Hi there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg.
I'm John.
We're going to watch the full trailer for Swamp Thing on the DC Universe app. You know, I am thinking of getting this app. I hear you can access like all the DC comics, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about Doom Patrol and Titans included, actually.
And I've heard it's definitely not going to be absorbed into the Warner streaming service when that happens.
Yeah, I've heard some mixed things on the production of this, so I'm very much fascinated. Before we go into this, thank you to everyone who has been following us over at our Patreon page. Over there, we do weekly Q&As as well as TV show reaction stream-alongs for many shows. That includes Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, One Punch Man, Gotham, John Diddell Haunting a Hill House, Cobra Kai Season 2, and Supernatural. And several of those shows have reaction highlights included. Those are Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Supernatural, One Punch Man, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Characters. Who was trapped in the castle? Princess Cassidy. And who was angry with her? Giant tree. Now,
Atlanta called. There's a situation back in the States.
where?
Leonardo, no?
How long has it been since you were home?
For a while.
We don't know what this is yet. The hospital is on it 24/7, and the CDC.
Feels like an HBO show.
My
Yeah,
name
it
is
does.
Dr. Abby Arcane. My team is here to find the source of this disease.
So, Claudia, dealt with anything like that before?
Who are you again?
Holland.
Al Khan was investigating illegal dumping on the swamp.
Hello?
Dr. Jason Woodrow, CDC's in town. There's no way that my accelerant is responsible.
There's this poison coming off the swamp.
You should be dead! There's been a shift in the balance of the light and the dark. Something's out there.
We're dealing with something beyond the known scope of science.
I need it alive this time.
There's all kinds of awful that happens in this swamp.
There's something special about this place.
There's so much unimaginable beauty out there, Abby.
The swamp had enough! This is payback!
Whoa!
There's so much Swamp Thing in that trailer.
I know. Too many monster
many.
shots. Don't show us the whole
But
thing.
you know that to keep it scary and
Ugh.
serious, you can't show Swamp Thing all that much. He's in it this whole damn trailer.
Yeah, it's
what
all
the hell?
him.
It looks like this could be really cool, really effective. Kind of a blend of like an FX network show meets a little bit of an HBO vibe. Same time, I get a little worrisome that some of it might be a little too campy or a little too cheesy. And there's some elements that felt very B. There are times where it felt intentional, and then there are times where it seemed like,
Felt like
the
network
production
TV.
quality it's kind of network TV, a little B movie-ish, but not fully intentional at times. Overall, it looks creepy and fun. I don't really know Swamp Thing. I like this approach that we're kind of getting with superhero genre lately of having a lot more of a horror twist on it. I like that kind of grimy in the South sort of vibe.
Bayou vibe.
Yeah, it feels like really icky. And the creature effects and the designs of a lot of those sequences do look really unsettling. Very appealing. To me, that's the most appealing part. The acting in it feels all right. You get some like really cool character actors in here. I've seen pop up in so many different things. I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna be like cooler or just dumb. It seems like it could go either way for me here.
I definitely feel you there. I mean, I'm actually a pretty, not that I've read a million Swamp Thing comics, but I've been aware of Swamp Thing over the years, and I'm really excited to see this character come to the screen of any kind, really. And I like, too, that they have, at least ostensibly for some of this, a guy in a suit. It's Derek Mears playing young Swamp Thing, who's done some great creature work for Predator, and he was Jason in the remake and stuff. So the physicality, I can imagine, is going to be pretty cool there. You have not only James Wan, but you have Gary Doberman from The Conjuring, you know, working behind the scenes on this. So I do like the overt horror aesthetic, and yeah, that swampy, nasty. You've got these like vines growing. It's kind of reminded me of like a more freaky, more advanced version of a Groot type thing. The way he's like shooting out vines and branches and stuff in those moments.
So is this gonna be one of those things where he's set up as a villain, but then he's really some kind of hero? Doesn't Swamp Thing deal a lot with sort of like mysticism? This seems to be going to like just blunt horror creature in the swamp. Yeah. Where I've heard that Swamp Thing kind of deals with a lot more than just primal fear of creature in swamp.
Oh yeah, well I know that there is at least a certain ecological aspect in that Swamp Thing kind of fights to protect the environment to a degree.
I get that motive here.
So yeah, I don't know if on this take or in however many takes, because I know Alan Moore's written Swamp Thing. I know, you know, Swamp Thing has been a relatively well-trudged character, but I can definitely imagine maybe an anti-hero kind of thing, or maybe, yeah, like a misunderstood sort of Frankenstein monster sort of thing. And then eventually when people realize, like, he just wants to protect the swamp and by proxy the rest of nature, you know, maybe people will start to kind of come around later through the season or something. I don't know.
I'm wondering why they are choosing to really kind of hide Swamp Thing in the trailers, though. He's the title character, and it's Swamp Thing, you know? Like, I think for fans of Swamp Thing, they really want to get some good looks at him. And I would kind of like that, because some of the human characters just seem a little wooden.
Well, in this trailer, to me and to my, you know, sight anyway, didn't really let much play out. It gave me a lot of quick moments and a lot of cool, you know, sizzle and things like that. But I don't really get a sense for what the tone of an episode is going to be like from this. I mean, it looks kind of paranoid, but this makes it also look very fast and very actiony. So I don't know. I mean, if they're going for a horror angle, I can imagine that some breath and some suspense is probably going to be in there, but I honestly don't know. And also, what worries me for the season is that they did kind of unceremoniously cut it from 13 episodes to 10, which caught a lot of the cast and crew by complete surprise. So I don't know if this season's going to be feeling rushed overall because of that or
no,
what.
I like that. I didn't know that. My concern was the exact opposite, which was, is this going to have that Marvel Netflix syndrome where it goes on too long, or it takes too long to build, or it takes too long to get to the fucking point? You know, from hearing they're cutting it down, does that mean they eliminated episodes? Did they just trim down so much that they were able to condense it into 10? Because if that's the case, I'd be like, oh, that's cool to hear. I hate when any of these shows like goes on too long.
Yeah, I'm with you in the sense that I like 10 episodes more than 13 a lot of the time. From what I read anyway, it seemed like they were relatively deep into shooting, so it didn't come across like, oh, we're gonna rearrange this, make it more compact, because we don't need 13 episodes. It seems sort of like, we don't really know what the future of our whole operation is right now, so we're just gonna kind of slow this thing down. I don't know. It didn't seem at least very clearly like this is gonna be what's best for the story.
It looks shot really well. Great spooky angles in here throughout. And the lighting here, you could feel that real sort of sombering gray. I could feel the weather, you know? I could feel the atmosphere. I like the paranoia of the town.
It's like disease outbreak thing.
Yeah, I guess I'm just more fascinated by what is the actual tone going to be, because it seems to go really straight, and some of the performances seem to have this heightened level of camp. Will that tone mesh well with what the performers are doing? Because all the performers all around seem to kind of be going for the same level, but the trailer's emotion is not communicating camp. I just want to know what the vibe is.
Sometimes a show trailer is kind of tricky because you gotta show a bunch of previews of your whole season.
I hope it gets violent. I hope it gets like hard R. I would love for this to get like very gory.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be really like some twisted ass shit. That'd be really fun.
That's what I'm hoping for. And I wonder if maybe they're just, you know, keeping Swamp Thing sparse to get people to tune in even.
Yeah. Well, guys, are you excited for Swamp Thing? Do you have the DC streaming service app? I know that all you guys in India do. Before I wrap this up, I want to shout out a guy who definitely lives in a swamp. His name is Andrew Turpening. Remember Andrew?
I remember Andrew.
He's been on this channel before. The guy has his own YouTube channel. There's a link in the description box for it. He does some really good gaming videos. He sent us over links of Rainbow Six Siege. Wonderful wonderful Let's Plays. He recently got engaged. He's set to get married. I'm happy for you, buddy.
Congrats, bud.
Always known you to be a hopeless romantic. I hope you can drown her in a swamp and you could die there too, so you guys can live on together in the afterlife, haunting people down in the south of Texas where there's swamps. I don't know what Texas is like. Either way, man, I hope that you're having a great time and that you impregnate her as soon as possible, because that's a great way to make sure she stays in your life for the remainder, no matter what goes down.
Guaranteed.
You can subscribe to the Reject Nation, click that notification bell, and if you like this video, hit the like button. Check you guys out soon.